Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and now it's time to talk about our free anniversary unit, Rapunzel Pure Grace. This is before she got corrupted by some of her friends that she made later on in life. Though I gotta say, just from a visual perspective, she kind of looks more corrupting, if you know what I mean. Anyway, she is a Burst 1 defender with a sniper rifle, iron type, and she has an ammo capacity of 6, reload time of 2 seconds, and deals 69% of attack as damage. Nice. Charge time, 1 second, full charge damage, 203% damage, and 200% modifier for cores. So, okay. Typical sniper rifle stuff. Definitely already has some similar vibes to her original form as a Burst 1, a charging unit, iron type, all that. But this time she's a defender instead of a support. And most importantly, she only has a 20-second cooldown for her burst rather than the ridiculous 60-second cooldown of her original form. So let's see what she actually does here. Skill 1 is called Sanctuary, and it says activates at the start of battle, affects self, creates a shield equal to 20% of the caster's final max HP continuously. Okay, so right away, she makes a shield, and it's equal to 20% of her HP. That's a pretty beefy shield, and that's max HP, so even better. And then activates when using her burst skill, affects self, or just when using burst skill, affects self. She creates the same shield. So she starts out right away with it, and then we'll also make it every time the burst skill is used. Also says activates only when full charge status is maintained for more than 1 second and a shield is present. Affects all allies. Attack damage goes up by 10.4% continuously. Okay, so if you're just holding down the charge and you're not releasing it, she is going to give your entire team an attack damage buff of 10%. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Now, you know, you are sacrificing a unit attacking, so, you know, is it going to be worth it? That said, it is your Burst 1 defender, so you're probably not missing out on a whole lot of damage directly from Rapunzel. So this is pretty cool. You know, I wonder if there's some shenanigans you can do where, you know, you're like holding down the burst, or rather her charge skill, as you go into full burst. And so like any big attacks that you do with like the burst skill of like your burst 3 is going to get that attack damage. And then right after their attack is released, then you just release her attack and so on. Or maybe you want to hold it the entire time during full burst and just not worry about attacking Rapunzel herself at all. However, if you're holding it down, other things happen. So we'll talk about that in a second. So skill 2, Pray. Pray for my gems when I pull for Cinderella in a few hours. Activates when attacking with full charge. Affects self, recovers 2% of caster's final max HP. Okay, so anytime she just does a normal full charge attack, you're not holding it down, you're just, you know, building up to that full charge and then releasing, she'll recover 2% of her final max HP. That's pretty good. That's going to keep herself pretty healthy, but she's going to need that because of some other things that are happening. So it also says activates only when full charge status is maintained, so same kind of thing from her skill 1, and a shield is present. Affects self, current HP goes down 2% every second, but recovers shield HP equal to 3% of caster's final max HP every 1 second. So when you're holding down her charge and not attacking, you're going to give everybody that attack damage buff from her skill 1, and then she's also going to be draining her own health but giving it to the shield, but at a higher rate. So her current HP is going to go down by 2% every second, and then the shield is going to equal 3% every second. And then as soon as you release that, then she'll start attacking with her full charge and recovering her own HP by 2%. So she's kind of using herself as a rechargeable battery. So in an ideal situation, you could just forever have the shield up. It'll never go away. And you kind of go back and forth between holding down the charge and then attacking normally. And like, you know, you build up the shield starts to get low, then you build it back up, and so on. So kind of cool effect. This is really unique. We've never seen anything like this before. And then her burst says affect self, max HP goes up 10% for 10 seconds. And then that's going to increase all of her healing things that are based off of final max HP, right? So that's good. And then attack damage goes up 15% for 10 seconds for all allies. So you could stack these together, right? So you could do the attack damage buff from her burst as well as holding down the skill to get a total attack damage buff of 25%, which is pretty cool. Honestly, Rapunzel looks pretty good. It's hard to tell exactly how good. It's interesting that she is almost more of an offensive support, which I would have expected her to be more of a healer, I guess, just because of her other first original form. The shield has no time limit, which is pretty cool. So in theory, you could literally just keep the shield up all the time, like I said, kind of going back and forth between focusing on healing the shield and giving an attack damage buff and then healing herself. What she doesn't do is heal other allies, right? She only heals herself and the shield. And a lot of times a healer is really just the best way to stay alive. But if you can really keep the shield up all the time, I don't know, it's pretty cool. We don't really have details on exactly how the shield works, like if it'll trigger certain other things, that work off of getting a shield. So that remains to be seen. But let me know your thoughts on her. She looks really cool. I'm interested. I think this is a huge win for any new players. This is a great time to start the game. Obviously, because Second Anniversary has so many rewards and resources, rate up banners for these awesome new pilgrims. But just starting out with this strong of a burst 1, also having a pilgrim to get you started on Pilgrim Tribe Tower is really cool. I think this is a big win, and we've all been wanting this young Rapunzel for a long time. Little thing about me, when I first started the game, the original Rapunzel was my very first pilgrim, which was pretty cool. So I've always had a fondness for her. Let me know if you're going to cook up any teams for her. It would be kind of fun just for kicks to do a double Rapunzel team. That would just be insanely tanky. And honestly, maybe she's going to have good arena application. If anybody cares about arena, we're still not getting Champions Arena, so that's a thing. But I could see her being pretty good there. But let me know what you guys think. So if you haven't already, check out my videos for Grave and Cinderella. Those are already up. I did full reviews of their kits. Also, if you missed it, the channel is back up. Thank you so much for your support. I'm glad that YouTube fixed the error very promptly. And thank you to all of you guys who offered to help. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. And I will catch you guys on stream when maintenance is over. And we'll be doing some viewer polls as well. All right, see you guys later.